Hello friends, we continue with RBI functions. Now we start regulation and supervision functions. Friends, RBI regulates and supervises banks, non-bank finance companies, financial institutions, credit information companies, primary dealers, etc. So all these type of organizations, so they are regulated and supervised by Reserve Bank of India. RBI issues guidelines to protect interest of the depositor. Reserve Bank of India has authority under Banking Regulation Act to issue guidelines to these organizations for protection of interest of depositors. RBI maintains overall financial stability. Reserve Bank of India takes various actions which ensure that overall financial stability continues. RBI also conducts inspections under Banking Regulation Act Section 35. From time to time and on annual basis, banks are inspected by Reserve Bank of India under Section 35 of Banking Regulation Act. If an organization wants to open a bank or existing banks wants to open branches, then this function is also regulated by Reserve Bank of India. RBI permits the entities to open banks under Section 22 of Banking Regulation Act, and as regards opening of branches, RBI regulates this function under Section 23 Banking Regulation Act. RBI also regulates the lending operations of banks, and for this purpose it issues guidelines including on interest rates under Section 21 and Section 35A of Banking Regulation Act. So Reserve Bank of India has been given wide powers by Banking Regulation Act to regulate the banking system and supervise the banking system. Another function of Reserve Bank is the function of monetary policy administration. RBI formulates and executes monetary policy. So the monetary policy authority in India is vested in Reserve Bank of India, and to administer monetary policy, Reserve Bank of India formulates the policy and then executes the monetary policy. This policy is generally announced in the month of April, that is in the beginning of a financial year, and it is reviewed on bi-monthly basis. The policy rate, repo rate, is determined by Monetary Policy Committee with a view to keep inflation within prescribed limits. So repo rate is the benchmark policy rate on which other rates are based, and it is determined by Monetary Policy Committee. And while determining these rates, the MPC takes into consideration the inflation targets. Other policy rates such as reverse repo rate, marginal standing facility rate, bank rate, so these are linked to this benchmark rate, that is repo rate. RBI regulates money supply also, and this is done by RBI by using a number of tools. These tools include open market operations, repo and reverse repo, prescription of CRR, and prescription of SLR. So these are various tools with Reserve Bank of India. By using these tools, Reserve Bank of India tries to regulate money supply. Now, foreign exchange management functions. Friends, RBI is a custodian of foreign exchange reserves in India. So there is inflow of foreign exchange in India that results into foreign exchange reserves, and RBI is custodian of foreign exchange reserves. RBI regulates the foreign exchange markets and also regulates foreign exchange transactions under Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. The regulation of foreign exchange markets and foreign exchange transactions is another important function which Reserve Bank of India performs. In case of need, RBI intervenes in foreign exchange deals to bring stability in foreign exchange rates. So for ensuring that exchange rates are stable according to market conditions, at times also RBI intervenes in foreign exchange deals. It invests foreign exchange reserves in different types of securities outside India. So since RBI is custodian of foreign exchange reserves, so this money is invested by RBI outside India in different type of securities. RBI also issues guidelines for inward remittances and outward remittances. And one of important schemes for outward remittances here is Liberalized Remittances Scheme, that is LRS. RBI also issues guidelines on export credit given by banks, on imports, on foreign exchange borrowings that include external commercial borrowing also, on foreign investments, etc. So all these are important functions of RBI relating to foreign exchange management. Another category of functions relates to payment and settlement systems. RBI regulates the payment and settlement system, and for this purpose it has been given authority under Payment and Settlement Systems Act 2007. So PSS Act vests powers with the Reserve Bank of India to regulate the payment and settlement system. These payment systems can be electronic systems or physical systems. And important payment systems include RTGS, then National Electronic Funds Transfers, then mobile banking, money transfer services schemes, check truncation system, electronic clearing system, prepaid instruments, etc. So these are various payment systems. These are regulated by Reserve Bank of India. RBI issues many guidelines relating to these, and RBI also operates RTGS and NEFT in addition to ECS. Now, developmental role of Reserve Bank of India. RBI ensures that credit is available to productive sectors of economy, including priority sector. So Reserve Bank of India has issued guidelines relating to development of the economy by providing credit to productive sectors, including through priority sector lending programs. RBI created a number of institutionals. So these institutions include NABARD, National Housing Bank, DICGC, SIDBI, Exim Bank, etc. Then RBI also taking steps for expanding financial inclusion program. So financial inclusion program, RBI is monitoring, and RBI issues many guidelines. RBI also has issued depositors education and awareness guidelines and programs. For this purpose, RBI has also created a fund, Depositors Education and Awareness Fund. Now, balance sheet of Reserve Bank of India. Friend, RBI prepares its balance sheet and receipt and expenditure account as at 30th June every year. So financial year of Reserve Bank of India ends 30th June. And RBI prepares balance sheet and receipt and expenditure account. So here we have provided the balance sheet of Reserve Bank of India as on 30th June 2016. Whatever surplus is generated by Reserve Bank of India, so it transfers that surplus to central government. So almost all the profit which Reserve Bank of India generates, so that is transferred to central government. Well friends, thank you for watching this video. I'm sure the contents of the video will benefit you. Thank you once again.